Our report for today is lawn tennis. History of lawn tennis. Historian believes that tennis originated in ancient Egypt. There is a general belief that word racket derived from the Arabic word rakat, which means a palm. However, the most common point of the view is the French most started to play tennis in 11th to 12th century. The word long tennis came from the word tennis. Ibig sabihin, tenir is to hold. Ito daw yung hinahawakan natin or catch in a French or tinatawag nila sa French. Started to develop into the professional sport from 1872 when the first long tennis club was established. All that it is impossible to state a defined origin of this game. It is recognized the British Army officer Walter Clapton Wingfield invented the rule of the tennis later. Its long tennis is 1973. We come now to the basic skills. Fundamental skills is footwork, serving, forehand, and backhand stroke. For our first video, we have serving.
Today we're going to be looking at the three different serves of tennis. The flat serve, slice serve, and topspin serve. There's two main factors that make each of the serves different. First factor is the ball toss. Second factor is how we contact the ball. So before we get into that, let's have a look at the basic service motion. So we start in our ready position, ball and racket together. From here, we want to separate the ball and racket. As we do that, we toss the ball up and take back our racket. We're in what's called a trophy position. I like to call it the Usain Bolt pose. So ball's in the air, Usain Bolt pose. From here, nice and simple guys, we're going to swing at the ball. So the first serve we're going to look at is the flat serve. Ball toss for the flat serve, nice and simple. Straight up, ball slightly in front of us, and we're going to be contacting the ball nice and flat. So center of the ball, we're just going to smack it. Center of the ball. Hard and flat serve. Now slice serve, ball toss for the slice serve. We're going to toss it up and slightly to our right side. This means we're going to be able to brush the side of the ball. So we have a look at the ball. Let's imagine it's a clock face. Okay, so the ball is a clock face, and we're going to be trying to hit the ball at 3 o'clock. So we're going to be brushing the side of the ball. Topspin serve, probably the most difficult one to learn, but it's going to be a great weapon to you. Makes a good second serve, it's consistent, reliable, and it kicks off the court. Ball toss for the topspin serve, we're going to toss it up, above our head, slightly to our left. Okay, so this will allow us to brush up the back of the ball. So when you're hitting the topspin serve, I want you to think like that your racket is a hairbrush and you're brushing up the back of your head first, then the ball. Okay, that's how we can get that topspin. We're coming from underneath the ball.
The next video is forehand strike. The last video is backhand strike.
The two-handed backhand grip is the weapon of choice for most professional players, since it allows for precision, power, and stability.
We come now to the equipment and facilities. Tennis racket, ball, tennis court, regulation, net. The first equipment of long tennis is the racket. When I choose a racket, there are three elements which affect power and control: head size, weight, and string pattern. The first one is larger head size. More power, smaller head size, or more control. Lighter racket, more power, heavier racket, and more control. Open string band, more power, denser string band, and more control. The second one equipment is ball. A ball consists of pressurized rubber core covered with high-quality cloth, usually wool mixed with the up 30% nylon. The ball is gradually go soaked with the use, and in tournament play they are changed a regular interval agree upon by official. 'Di ba sa paglalaro ng long tennis, may ginagamit tayo sa pagpo-practice at may ginagamit tayo during the competition. Hindi pwedeng gamitin natin yung bola na ginamit natin nung practice at gagamitin din natin sa competition. The third one is tennis court. The tennis court is 78 feet, 23.77 meters in length. They are type of tennis court. The first one is grass court, clay court, hard court, shield court, and artificial court. The regulation net, the official tennis net, which should be 3 feet 9 centimeter. Now we will show a video how to play a game.
Tennis can be played in singles, 1 versus 1, doubles, 2 versus 2, team event, which is a combination of singles and doubles. It can be 4 singles, 1 doubles, or any combination. Then there's a mixed doubles where a guy and a girl play against guy and a girl. Now let's talk about tennis court. Tennis court, there's a net in between it which divides it into 2 parts, your area and your opponent's area. There's a baseline, you need to hit shot within the baselines. There's a service line, you need to serve between net and the service line. There are doubles line because this whole thing is used when you play doubles. And then there are singles line because this is the only area which is used when you play tennis. Singles, rest of the area is ignored. So we're gonna talk about tennis singles and then we will extrapolate it to the doubles. So let's ignore rest of the area. Then you can see there is a center mark. What's the purpose of center mark? So let's just say you're standing facing the net. Well, it's difficult to tell in this scenario, so let's rotate it. You're facing the net. There's a center mark which divides court into right hand side and left hand side. Every time you start a game, you'll be standing to the right hand side of the center mark. So you are standing on the right hand side of the center mark and your opponent is standing on the other side. Every point in tennis starts with a service. So you'll serve. When you're serving, you're standing on the right hand side of the center mark and behind the baseline. So this is the blue area in which you can toss the ball and hit the ball. Once you hit the ball, its first bounce should be in this green area to have a good serve. And life gives you 1 chance, but tennis gives you 2 services. You toss the ball. If its bounce is not in the green area, your first serve is fault and then you get the second serve. If your second serve is good, then it's your opponent's turn to hit the ball in such a way that the ball's bounce is in this green area. Once he has done that, then it's your responsibility to hit the ball in such a way that the bounce is in the green area, and this can go on forever. So how do you win the point? Well, to win a point, there are 4 ways. You hit a really good shot that he's not able to reach there. It's called winner shot. Or you hit a shot that it has 2 bounces before he returns it, called double bounce. Third option is you hit a shot and it hits into the net. And the fourth is most common, when you hit a shot and your opponent hits it outside the playing area. So these are 4 ways in which you can win a point.
Now we go to rules and regulation. The serving. When the serving, the player must throw the ball over the head. The server must be served diagonally into the server back across the court. The server can only serve if the receiver is ready. The receiver get the 2 chance to hit a good serve. A mixed serve is called a foul. The first is a foul if the server swing and mix the ball.
Now let's talk about scoring in tennis. Like every other sport, tennis starts with 0-0, but in tennis, 0 is known as love. So you say love all. When you win the first point, it's called 15. When you win the second point, it's 30. When you win the third point, it's 40. And if you win the 4th point, that means you won a game. So you need 4 points to win a game, and then you need 6 games to win a set. And you need to win 2 sets to win a match. So you need to win a lot of points to win a match. So get ready for it.
1 bounce rule. The ball must be hit before the bounce twice. The rules and regulation. How to win tie break. When the score is 40-40, also known as the juice, the player who score 2 points ahead the opponent win the set. There are two types of tennis umpire within the sport, line umpire and chair umpire. A line umpire is responsible for calling the line of the tennis court. Sa chair umpire naman po, ito naman po yung responsible ng scoring, yung pag-i-score. Dapat po yung sa pag-i-score ng referee, pagsasabi ng referee dun sa nag-score is tama po dapat para wala pong magkamali or walang mangyaring away. Footwork drilled for better agility. Papasok dito is yung single leg forward hop, lateral jump in, out of ladder space, forward jump in diagonal spring, the lateral jump or run.
Following the 4 count of in, out, out. Whichever direction you're going determines your lead leg. So if you're going right, your right leg will be your lead leg and vice versa. Just like all drills facing sideways, it's important to repeat facing both directions.
Next, the forward and backward shuffle. Those are the drills for agility. Exercise and drill is drill for better hand-eye coordination. Ball toss, the dribble, the praying pan, the simple forehand and backhand serve, toss and accuracy. Now we will show you the video for drill for better hand-eye coordination. Dribble.
Alright, so this drill is working on the hand-eye coordination and also just using the racket. This is a good one, a good drill to learn how to control the racket with the ball. So Natty's going to toss the ball down and then she's going to try to keep the ball bouncing with the racket as long as she can. This is a new one, so it's a little hard.
The third one is frying pan.
These are a great alternative to use instead of a tennis ball to work on that practice, but not have it go as far as an actual tennis ball. So Natty, show us how you would do that. Much easier, but still allows you to practice this technique and work on your racket control. Keep going.
Grip, go on. Watching it, here. Yes, good. Come on, complete to swing, shoulder with power. Come on, yes, good shot. Ready? Here, down to up. Yes, good. Come on, ready? Down to up. Come on. Yes, come on, shuffling. Come on. Here, watching it.
So you can see, for this drill, the player will repeatedly use his forehand to practice to control. The same with forehand. This video, the player will use mostly backhand to practice to control as well. This is the end of our report of Ma'am Chloe about long tennis. I'm Roger O. Mirandilla. Thank you and God bless.